What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about Opendoor. I want to go over the latest updates, data points, and everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So Opendoor's up 3.92%, 630 the low, 659 the high, and 17.5 million shares being traded. So rather low volume, although we are seeing some good institutional transactions. So these are all the transactions occurring on the secondary market above $100,000, and all of them are buys. So big money is buying into Opendoor. And there's a lot of hype right now, largely because of two things. One is Micron's earnings, absolutely stellar. And the market is very picky right now. If any aspect of their earnings was to have missed, you would have seen another, most likely, kind of Oracle, Broadcom kind of scenario where the market was going to sell off. So luckily enough, Micron saved the market, at least for today. We also did have some pretty solid data that came out. So inflation came in at 2.7 versus a forecast of 3%. And then also initial jobless claims came in at 224 versus 229. Both on point. And in general, even though this did go down, so inflation did go down year over year, didn't really change the likelihood of a cut, because that's not a main concern to the Feds right now, inflation. Rather, it's more labor and plus the housing market on the side note. But still, this going down is a straight catalyst, so it didn't really move the likelihood of a cut. So pretty positive stuff. No official news from Opendoor, no SEC filings, although on social media you see Kaz posted something early this morning just saying that we shipped at Opendoor buyer guarantee a few weeks ago. So kind of weird wording for that, but I'm hoping we can ship a Opendoor seller guarantee before the end of the year. So that buyer guarantee is that warranty and various things, so I think that was very outside the box. That was originally announced, I think, in his first 1 or 2 weeks as CEO. So definitely a little bit of a lag, but still good to see that it actually went through. And so yeah, I think that's going to be a good thing for the buyer side. From the seller side, I thought I was up to date with all of the rumors and everything, but as far as a seller guarantee, I didn't really see anything. So let me know your general thoughts. I kind of looked quickly through Kaz's tweets, and I didn't really see anything of a seller guarantee. So maybe that hasn't been disclosed yet, so maybe that's gonna be a good catalyst. Let me know your general thoughts on that in the comments below. But aside from that, that's pretty much what is really moving Opendoor. Shorts are increasing, 341,000 shares, 14.24% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 111.39 million shares overall being shorted. So it's kind of weird. Shorts are doubling down, and it's not just with Opendoor, it's pretty much happening across the board. So shorts are really seeing I guess today's green day as not really justified. Big thing is coming out this evening, as I've signaled, and that is the Japan interest rate hike, most likely at 9 p.m. So that could cause some volatility going into tomorrow. Maybe that is why shorts potentially might be increasing today a little bit. Looking at the options, 1.08 million in calls, 142,000 in puts, and then 43% of all the options being done are bullish in nature. From a bull standpoint, you see a consensus for it to be roughly around 7. So that's pretty good by tomorrow, end of business day tomorrow. And then bears are anticipating for it to be sub 6. So maybe they are feeling that there's going to be some pullback because of, again, the interest rate decision from Japan. With tomorrow being Friday, though, this is the open interest. So you have about 5,000 at that $6 strike price, 15,000 at the $6.50, 30,000 at that 7. So if Opendoor is able to close above 7 based on what the bulls are feeling is on the table, then you could definitely see a nice little pop come Monday. A little bit of a gamma squeeze. These are all the transactions occurring on the dark pool above $100,000. So largest was done at 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, 761,000, 581 the following, 484. So definitely a lot of big transactions occurring. With shorts and how active they are, it is fair to assume that a lot of this is linked to them. But at the same time, we are seeing a lot of hold numbers, so 120,000. We have 50,000, numerous 50,000 ones here, 55. A lot of that is going to be hedge funds. So hedge funds are buying into Opendoor. Right now with it at 636, it is trading between this S1 and this S2. So 620 is going to be a strong support. So far that hasn't been tested today. And then 649 is going to be that next strong target / resistance, followed by 696. So best case scenario, Opendoor does close above 649 today, and then that way it'll be able to continue its good momentum going into tomorrow. Aside from that though, quickly looking here, so even though the last couple of trading days have been sketchy at best, I guess that's a nice way of putting it, it did break below that 100-day moving average. So even though today is looking epic and very good data, still is unable to break above that 100-day moving average. So it tried, unfortunately didn't really work out, but that's going to be something that you really want to watch for it to get over. And that is sitting at 656. So the high for today right now is that 658. So kind of bounced off of that general area. Aside from that though, stochastic RSI is very oversold. So today's good data is really helping it kind of move higher. Again, because of his oversold status, but there really hasn't been that much in real articles coming out associated to Opendoor. No new analyst ratings on a side note. So last one did come out November the 12th and November the 11th. I feel a lot of them are just waiting for potentially Opendoor's upcoming earnings just to kind of see how things are. Maybe with that buy side, kind of the guarantee, maybe that might prompt 1 or 2 new analyst ratings, but we'll just, again, have to kind of wait and see. Looking at the float right here, or the flow, you do see a lot of algorithmic trading being done. So let me know your general thoughts on Opendoor. Are you taking advantage and buying, or did you take advantage? Especially yesterday was quite the sketchy day. And it's kind of interesting because I did a video. Actually, I did 2 Opendoor videos yesterday, and I said in the pre-market one that Opendoor really needs to hold X amount and blah, 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 and most likely the 620 wasn't going to hold. I definitely did jinx it because it just got slammed quite hard, but for today, just watch for that 620. I'm not going to say it's not on the table because I don't want to jinx it again. But let me know your thoughts on Opendoor. One final thing, pop over to my stacked account if you're looking for some solid on-point buy signals on stocks, options, crypto. Put out daily day trades, numerous swing trades, worthwhile to kind of pop over there and check that out. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.